Hello and welcome to another update video about the DXY. The DXY has been pushing a little bit higher since the last update, nothing major, but we've had a reaction to the support region. We are now back in resistance, and the wave count that I presented to you before here, this white scenario, which currently still is the preference, but is getting challenged certainly here. This, however, yeah, still a valid scenario. So the white scenario is the more directly bearish scenario for the DXY. And we want to talk about the relevant parameters and also the alternative scenario, which has definitely increased in likelihood when or since the price reacted here to our support zone, because in the white count, ideally this should have broken, but for the yellow count, which suggests a higher B wave, this was a crucial support area for the price to turn around, which it did. But it hasn't broken above the high yet. So that means we're sort of still, yeah, we haven't confirmed really the yellow count further. Yeah, but you know, what's the white scenario and what's the preferred scenario? So in the white count, we would be looking at the at this ABC structure: A wave, B wave, C wave, and the C wave would take us down into the low $90 region. And in this C wave, I mean, that can take a while, right? But in the C wave, we obviously already completed a wave 1. This here might be a wave 2, which might be complete, but probably extends into a larger ABC structure. That would be a wave 2, and then we should get a wave 3 down, 4, 5. This is the most straightforward scenario, and in this scenario, the price should stay, however, ideally below resistance, and that level is at $105.87. So ideally, to maintain the direct downside scenario, we should hold below 105.87. A break above 105.87 will not invalidate this scenario, but it will make it much less likely. Invalidation point is up there, the October high, which formed at around $107.35. So the DXY could certainly push higher, because if it breaks above 105.87, we are morphing probably into a different scenario. It's just unusual for a wave 2 to retrace beyond the 78.6 retracement. So then it's typically something different. Looking at the structure right now, I mean, at the moment, the white count, I think it still has a chance, but for a very clear development of the white count and for, you know, for confirming it further, ideally, I wanted to see a break below the orange support zone, followed by a break below circle wave 1, here at around $100.50. That hasn't happened. And that, again, they are the signals that we need to take into consideration when we're interpreting a chart. So if the chart doesn't follow through as it ideally should do, it's not invalidated, you know, but it's not following through as it ideally should do, then we might be dealing with, yeah, with something slightly different. Then looking at the alternatives, so basically for the white count, the way this could unfold now is that we're in the wave 2 and completed a wave A, B, and we might be in a C wave. And then as long as we don't sustain above 105.87, I think a third wave down should still happen. This would then be further confirmed with a break below the March low, which formed here around $102.40, and a break below the wave 1 low at around $100.40. And this white scenario would still be preferred, but it's not really following through in a very direct fashion. So that takes us to the yellow count, in which the B wave that presumably topped in October is actually still unfolding as just a larger B wave. And this larger B wave could send us into the region between $107.58 and $111.64. So it's just something else to watch, and would be the scenario for me to follow primarily if there's a break above 105.87. That would not really change the long-term outlook, but medium term it means that a larger bounce is possible. So this rally, this corrective rally that we expected back in December, which started, would then just get a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more a little bit more aggressive than initially anticipated. Yeah, that's at the moment what the DXY is set to do. That means in the very short term, it looks as if we're going to push higher in both scenarios. In the white count, in which we're dealing with a C wave, can still stretch higher, possibly to 105.87. And even in the yellow count, we're dealing with this C wave of B. We should push higher at the moment in the short term, in the very short term. That's my update about the DXY. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, then feel free to check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.